Hi guys, I'm Ed from Gunmart TV, and today we are looking at the Walther Rotex Rm8 UC, or Ultra Compact. Right, so this Walther is manufactured by Umarex, big German company, do loads of replica CO2 pistols that we all love, review loads of them in the magazine, but it's time to have a look at a PCP from them. Right guys, so the Rotex here is a PCP airgun, charges 232 bar. You get about 160 shots in 177 and 180 in 22, thereabouts. Weighs just over 8 pounds, so it's got a bit of heft to it. And mainly sort of front weights down this end, but it does balance just in front of the trigger guard here. In the box, you get the silencer, a thread protector, a fill probe, and one 8-shot magazine, which I've got fitted in the airgun at the moment. If we look at the stock, that's probably the most eye-catching part of the airgun. Really ergonomic, synthetic example of a stock there. Thumbhole configuration, you get a 14-inch length of pull. You get a pistol grip with palm swells on either side because it's ambidextrous. You've obviously got stippling or checkering on the fore end and the pistol grip. And they've cut away under here, which is nice as well, because if you rest the airgun on a rear bag, you've got room for your other hand to squeeze that rear bag and adjust the height. At its sort of narrowest point, this butt pad is about 3/4 of an inch thick. Not particularly squidgy, but there's no recoil, so that's not a problem. To accommodate this buddy bottle shaped cylinder up front, you sort of get this sort of bulbous profile up front, really feels your hand, very nice. And underneath you get a manometer, which is a nice safe place to have it, and right next to that is the fill port. Doesn't come with a dust cover though, which I was surprised by, but not the end of the world. So up front, as I said, you get the silencer mounted on a 1/2-inch UNF thread. The barrel itself is about 13.3 inches long, Walther tube, so you get some nice sort of pedigree there. And this is mated to a nice low profile bolt action up the rear here, right at the centre of the gun. Up top you'll see an uninterrupted length of 11mm dovetail. What I mean by uninterrupted is a lot of PCPs, the magazine when installed actually sits slightly higher, and it breaks the receiver into 2 separate pieces, which can affect what scope mounts you can use height-wise and things like that, whereas this doesn't have that. It just makes it much easier for you. At the rear you've got a auto safety catch, simple and effective, and so that comes on every time you cock the action basically, so you have to turn that off before each shot. Underneath you've got a 2-stage trigger. Umarex have given it some adjustability, so you can use a flathead screwdriver which you insert through a hole at the base of the trigger guard, and you can adjust the first stage travel of the trigger. I was never found wanting during testing, so I didn't adjust it. I didn't feel the need. Before I forget, at the front of the fore end you do get a length of Picatinny accessory rail which is moulded into the furniture itself, and that's very useful. As you can see, I put it on a bipod. Very popular way of mounting a bipod these days. You don't get any sling studs, which was a minor irritation I guess, given the sort of compact nature. This is very much aimed towards the hunting crowd, and it would have been nice to have some sling attachment points on there. Obviously you can mount one on the Picatinny accessory rail if you wanted instead of a bipod, but there isn't any provision on the rear of the stock for a sling stud. So, very nice indeed. Hi guys, right, so I've set some targets out, some knockdown targets at 40 yards. Now these should be easy pickings. I've put a bipod on that's worth about the same as the gun, you know, for ultra stability. And if I miss, then it's my own fault. So let's see how we get on. I'm using H&M Barracuda 8s for this. So as they seem to show very good performance at this distance. Yeah, first one down. Yeah. And let's go for the reset. Done. It's 5 shots. Oh, that one survived. Oh, he's down now. And we're out. So, see, to reload, bolt to the rear, retaining catch, and then you can just push the magazine out and collect that on the other side to reload it. Thumb in some pellets. You obviously get one mag with the air gun. Be nice to have more. I think if I bought this, I'd probably buy a couple spare. And just like that, ready to go. And it goes, retaining catch, bolt forward. Oh. Get comfy, safety off. Lovely. Right guys, so starting on the left, I'm using the H&M Finale Match Light, which is actually a 10-meter target pellet. They're hand sorted, so they're not really suitable for this distance, but I thought I'd give them a go anyway. And as you can see, they're performing very well. And just to note, all the pellets used for this test, I just take straight out of the tin, without a moment's hesitation. So the Finale group, on the left there, you're looking at 0.3 inches basically, and then moving on to the middle one, which is obviously the Field Target Trophy, well respected pellet. That is a 0.4 inch group, which is pretty good. And then the third group on the right here is the Barracuda 8s. As expected with any PCB, I'd hope that most would do this sort of accuracy, and here we are with a 0.2 inch group, which is pretty nice indeed. Right, so I started shooting the Finale match, but my point of impact was still the same, so I actually adjusted the scope down a bit, as you can see, and just to the right to maintain the integrity of my point of aim. And these still grouped pretty good actually, considering, you know, that they're mainly for 10 yards. I think the group came in at this distance at about 0.4 inches with the flyer removed. So admirable performance there. And then we move on to the target trophy, and these started off pretty well, as you can see. And if I take that flyer out, that's a 0.3 inch group, which is pretty good. There was a slight breeze, so it could have been me or that. The Barracudas were next, starting pretty well. No flyers with these on this group, and I think it works out at a 0.4 inch group. There's probably room for improvement there as well, regarding my shooting range. Moving out to 40 yards, you can quickly see that the finale, the flathead finale match light, this is not their domain, and the group quickly opens up, you know, to quite a significant 1.4 inches. So this is not the distance that these are designed to be used at. Moving on to the field target trophy. I had straight away, the first one was a bit off, and then they settled in, as you can see. And I think this group came to removing the flyer to 0.5 inches, which is, you know, admirable performance at this distance. Finally, we're on to the Barracudas. And there was quite a big flyer on that one. But I still managed without the flyer. That was, you know, half-inch group as well. Right guys, I put a lot of pellets through this air gun and I've really enjoyed testing it. It's been very enjoyable. So what do I like about it? Well, the furniture first of all is very nice. High quality stock on this rifle, feels really nice. I like the palm swells on the vertical pistol grip. I like the cutout underneath for the rear bag. Eye scope alignment is easy with this nice height cheek piece. The fore end is nice and wide for your leading hands. It really feels your hand up there. I really like bipods and the Picatinny accessory rail, so I love being able to attach that easily. That's great. So I can use all the various bipods that I've got on it if I want to. When it comes to the trigger, that does the job really nicely. I wasn't left wanting, and it allowed me to sort of consistently extract good performance from the air gun, so that's good. The action, I found in use that you do have to be quite deliberate with your actions on there. Don't baby it, whatever you do. Just pull it back and push it forward and get on with it, and it will reward you with 100% reliability. So a really nice unit to use, and I think I'm going to miss it when it's gone. Safety catch wise, that's automatic. It comes on every time you cook the air gun. Some people will like it, some people won't. But I actually ended up adopting a sort of thumb up position on the air gun like this. So once I cocked the air gun, I could get straight to the safety catch to turn it off rather than having bring my thumb all the way around like that. But that was just personally how I did it. So sort of performance wise, as you saw in the shooting footage, you would have seen that 40 yards you can get half-inch groups basically. And that means, and I reckon with further pellet testing, that would definitely come down as well. But very usable performance, and I think you'll really enjoy it if you get one. So that's the Walther Rotex Rm8 UC. Right guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like or subscribe or click the notification bell to see when the next video comes out.